Two tickers, MRIN and ADIL, came out of the gates swinging with massive gains. One of these tickers is experiencing a pullback and the other is maintaining its upside thrust. The question really sits on continuation, so let's pop open the charts to gain an edge over tomorrow's session. Welcome back to the channel on this Hump Day Wednesday. This is ARCa, and let's dive into Microburst. Let's kill 'em, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and do everything necessary here to get this thing riding and flowing and moving, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this MRIN ticker today, team. This thing ran a massive percentage today. Let's just go ahead and take a look at that, right? From the open or the closing of the prior day, this thing ran just about 217% before closing the day off at 126.30% up. This is a massive run considering its valuation of 66 cents, right? So this is looking, let's look at the details here, right? But this is, yeah, you're looking at a micro float here, 16.96 million, and a market cap of just about 5.19 million. So this thing could generally be jacked up and down very easily. So I need you to be very careful when trading this asset. Okay, so we're going to be going over. The next ticker is going to be called ADIL. Okay, where this ticker actually made a massive jump of about 141.58%. Before closing the day off at just 106. Oh my goodness, at a massive 106.19%. Okay, so yesterday, of course, I hijacked a title of these tickers, the lightning round, right? We're just going to go ahead and make sure to come up with the original name here. And this is going to be called a new series, right, from the ARCa Bulls team. And it's going to be called Microburst. All right, team. So this is going to be what we're going to be looking at daily as far as the top movers in the financial markets. Okay, so let's continue on here with ticker symbol MRIN. So let's go ahead and pull back here into the very obvious things of the 5-minute time frame. So let's pull that up and see what we're doing here in relation to the major moving averages, right? So it looks like we've had the post-market hours just yesterday move this asset incredible too. So that's going to be your 28-cent valuation all the way to 68 cents. It pulled back all the way down into the pre-market of let's see, up to 45 cents. And then today at the open, we ended up getting a ripper from 47 to about 90 cents, almost at $1. So yeah, there is absolutely something pretty nice happening here, right? So what I got to mention here is that this is the first time that we're really closing some candles below the SMA 100. And if that's the case, then there may be a necessity here in order for price action. Yeah, I think there may be a need here for price action to continue to the upside. But first, it may need to test this SMA 200 and the EMA 200. If that's in line, then let's go ahead and pair the moving average here with a tangible downside target on price, and that would be just around your power hour low. So right about here could be an area to observe. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of put it down like that. 58.49 to 60.48. I know that's about 6 to about 8 ticks out of the present valuation right now. It is kind of massive, but as long as we are maintaining ourselves beneath that SMA 100, then there could be pressure to the downside. So market is going to be closing here in just a little bit. It looks like it just closed right. Actually, no, we still got a little bit more to go. We still have about 15 minutes from the present time. It is 4:45 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, so this is looking like it may want to touch that SMA 100 here in the immediate short-term time frame. And then we'll experience a continuation with a pullback here, right? So yeah, this is the new start of the 5-minute candle. It's a little dry in the post hours just as it approaches the close. So let's move up here to the hourly time frame and see what this is looking like against volatility and momentum. So you can see here that we are completely expanded here on volatility, right? All the way up there. It's contracting just a little bit. So that is definitely showing that there could be exhaustion here in the immediate short-term time frame for the bulls. There is the 30-minute time frame is showing that there could be a shift to the upside with some contraction as well. Let's see the 15-minute. The 15-minute does show a little bit of an upside pivot. We're reaching critical contraction here. So the the rate of disbursement of returns have slowed down drastically here, right? So if we're going to get a pump to the upside, we definitely need for volatility to start shifting into the expansion phase towards that 90% and above the 50% primarily, right? So that we can continue on that upside path. But if we go up to the 4-hour time frame, then we're starting to look a little more healthy than the prior price action, right? We still have arguably a pretty nice upside pivot within the bullish control zone, and we're still in an expansion phase, right? So it's still expanding there. The 6-hour time frame, same situation, continuous expansion, and we definitely have an upside pivot here. So as far as the 4-6 is, especially here, the 8-hour time frame with massive expansion and the 12-hour, there is potentially a continuation to the upside here after maybe a day of consolidation or maybe half a session of consolidation. So lower targets, yeah, I'm looking at a 58.49 to 60.48, maybe even back down to the areas of about 56.83, as that's going to be your 12-hour junction there, right? So we can pull back here and then reaccumulate and then continue on to that upside. So let's take a look at the stats window here and see what we have. Let's see. Okay, so it says here that the asset can make, technically speaking, the asset could be brought down back to a valuation of about 43 cents. We're looking at about a 7-cent daily average true range. It definitely has expanded here a bit. So if that's the case, then let's kind of use our discretion here to see if we have some targets that are lining up pretty nicely with the pullback. So that would be 43 cents. It doesn't mean that it's going to go to 43 cents. It just means that it has the potential to pull back all the way down to that zone. So 43 cents would be all the way back down here. And if we were to pair that with price action, then let's go ahead and do that and just show you. So 43 cents could actually be the top side of this area here. So right around 43.76 to 46.76, that could be a zone for it to pull back. And it looks like it has done it one time. It did do it one time today, right about there. So yeah, as this thing expands and volatility continues, the downside target can continue lower and the upside target can continue higher. Okay, so if again, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that we are potentially experiencing a pullback here into the coming session, and this is probably going to be set to make a change to the upside at either the end of the session tomorrow or the following day. Again, I don't know how to track psychology the way that magicians do, right? But I can tell you here that there is a potential that this can pull back here and then it'll continue its upside run. Please remember, risk only what you're willing to lose. These are very dangerous assets here. Yeah, you're looking at a 65-cent thing. This thing can get moved like crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol ADIL. And it looks like it did have some news here, and it shows that ADIL Pharmaceuticals post promising update on alcohol disorder drug. So this is, ADIL Pharmaceuticals Inc. is up 60% today following a promising update on its alcohol disorder drug. What it means for ADIL is that the $7.7 million company based out of Virginia, United States, said AD04 did well in a clinical trial of alcohol use disorder. So it leads investigational new drug administered orally in low doses did not produce any adverse effect either. So as per the press release, ADIL published on Wednesday, that would be today. Okay, so very nice. It is running on a catalyst here, and it is maintaining its upside. So currently sitting at a 243 in its valuation, and it had a traditional close at $2.33. Very impressive. At some point from the prior day's close, this thing actually got a 141.58% move to the upside, and it's very impressive seeing that it's still maintaining that top side. In fact, look at this. In the post hours, it looks like it ran even beyond the 244, and it actually got all the way up to 307. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now, right? So this was your prior day's close right about at 114. So a total move here. This thing has already moved up 165.05% on the day. 9 minutes and 22 seconds left to close this 12-hour candle. That is showing us a little bit of a shooting star formation, right? So that does show that there could be a reversal at hand here. And if the reversal really is showing, then let's go ahead and pop open volatility versus momentum here and see what it's looking like, at least in the 4-hour time frame. Actually, the 4-hour looks extremely healthy, and still showing a continuation to the upside. Okay, so let's look at the hourly time frame and see what it's got. Okay, so there it is, right? We're showing a little bit of a pullback here in the hourly time frame. Let's see the 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute, 15-minute, that's showing us that we definitely got a pullback coming in. If we can use the stats window, that'll tell us some information here. So the pullback can happen, and in the current time frame, yeah, there could be a possibility of dropping down to the areas of about 228. And so if we pair that with price action here, that may be okay, an okay area to consider. In fact, it's not bad, but it is a range. So let's collect ourselves within that 228 target, right? And this pivot right over here, which are the highs from March 22 this year. Okay, so right about there, I do expect a pullback on this. In a daily average true range, this has expanded already to 35 cents on in average true range movement. Okay, so that means that this can actually pull back a little bit harder. That could be down to 219. And if 219 is really the case, and I think that we already kind of covered it, right? That would be well within the areas of about 212 to 227. Not bad. So, okay, perfect. And now when this experiences a bounce for reaccumulation, if it does come back up, then it does have some targets for us to observe. It shows you here that we can come back up to $2.90 from the opening valuation. So that's going to be your ATR, right? As soon as the candle opens up on a day, that thing can move 35 cents up or down from the opening valuation. Okay, so that could make into tomorrow's session, there is a possibility that this could make a full roundabout move, right? It could be a wall-to-wall move. And let's see, let's go ahead and plot out that 290 and put some tangible targets along with it. Okay, so wow, it would actually be a pretty large range, and I'm going to show it to you now, right? It's going to be just like this. Top side of 307, bottom side of this pivot right here, just at about 274, and that leaves us with the 290 right in the middle. Okay, so that is the range that I'm observing here, 274 to 307, with a focus of 290 being the daily ATR top, right? So you see how I'm doing that, right? So just kind of keep your eyes and ears open for this play, because there could be a drawdown here before it experiences a continuation to the upside. Okay, team, so please be very careful in the markets here, because these things can show no remorse. So guys, please remember that I'm still offering the seats for the ArcMasters trading course, right? I do have two packages here. I'm gonna be considering the extension of my master's course, which is going to go into an 8 to 12 week strategies mentorship. But the first part of it is actually going to be I have an 18-week program, right? But this program I'm going to condense to maybe 4 or 5 weeks, so that we can get the crash course on the basics of trading, so that we can dive right into the strategies mentorship. So we do. So I do. Yeah. We definitely have 2 programs here going. So get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com in order for you to benefit from this. And please remember that I am trading daily with the ARCa Bulls trading team in the Discord. Okay. So please remember to go into the description below and click on the link for Discord and subscribe to the channel. All right, team. But with that said, I think it's pretty good to leave off here. If any questions or concerns, you know where to reach out to me, and you have my email here. All right, team. Let's go ahead and cut it out. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 ever, never, never, never. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well and a very, very good rest of your day and or night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.